Every morning the world starts quietly, one soft light at a time. Homes flicker awake, shops open. People take those first small steps into a brand new day. And in all of that ordinary movement, there's something kind of extraordinary. A moment worth noticing, a spark you feel before you even name it. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's small, but kindness shows up right on time. And every morning we choose to show up with you so we can look for that spark together.
Good morning. I'm Matt Roof, the Uncommon Kindness Guy, and this is Kindness Rising. Let's rise together.
Good morning. Buenos dias and hola to all of my friends here on Kindness Rising. I'm coming from a remote location today. Enjoy the pink wall and the beautiful hand-stitched embroidery behind my head. And also, let's talk about this. Let's talk about today. Before anyone grabs a sombrero and a questionable margarita before 8 a.m., let's talk about what today actually is. It's Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo? Cinco de Mayo. And that is not, let me tell you what it's not. It's not Mexican Independence Day. I know. It's not Mexican Independence Day. We have 4th of July. They have Cinco de Mayo, but they're not the same thing. Welcome in this morning from a remote location in northern Pennsylvania. We are having a great day this morning on Kindness Rising, and we're talking about Cinco de Mayo. Hola, Cinco de Mayo. I know. People think it was Mexican Independence Day. It's not. And what it is way more interesting. Good morning, Roseanne. Mom, good morning. So glad to have you. Wherever you are coming in from. Today is one of those days where curiosity actually beats assumption. And I'm sorry if my little table here is moving around. The microphone is all over the place. This is what happens when you go remote. You find your way around. But today is one of those days. One of those days where curiosity beats assumption, because a lot of us were taught a version of Cinco de Mayo that was just incomplete. Or maybe we weren't taught it at all. We just kind of absorbed it or made the assumption we have 4th of July here in the United States. Why wouldn't Cinco de Mayo mean the same thing from Mexico? We just maybe made the assumption from ads, from parties, whatever showed up in our feed over time. The meaning gets replaced by the moment sometimes. But culture isn't a moment. Culture isn't having tacos and margaritas on a random day in May. It looks and sounds great, Roseanne. Well, I would hope so. I'd say you're probably the closest audience member today. Anyway, I'm glad it sounds good. This is a test of a remote location. Yeah, I'm going to tell you more, Sully. Welcome in, Sully. I am so glad you're here too. Absolutely. Yeah, so I'm not calling anybody out because this is more than what we think. We all have to learn together. I've learned more about it. I kind of knew that was true. Jerry Ginger, what's up, buddy? How are them geese and them doggies? Oh God, I'm gonna blow it again, aren't I, Jerry? Nani and Lulu. I think Pom Pom. That's it. Pom Pom. Jerry Ginger, welcome in. Oh God. Anyway, I'm not calling anybody out for not knowing what it was. I didn't know what it was either. We're learning. Curiosity, learning, asking better questions like, what is this? What does it mean to the people it actually belongs to, rather than Chi-Chi's or Taco Bell or whoever else has what's the word, appropriated, whatever. How do I celebrate it in a way that adds respect but not noise? Because the goal isn't to get it perfect. It's just to get it closer to understanding, closer to connection. And honestly, that's where the good stuff lives. So let's rewind it and get the story right. the story of Cinco de Mayo, Jess. Do you know the story of Cinco de Mayo, Jess? Do you? Anyway, we're going to find out about it. It commemorates a battle, actually. Not winning the war, though. The Battle of Puebla. Puebla, 1862. There's something else going on around 1862 for those who are interested in history. I'm going to talk about that too. Zapata and Zappa mixed up. Zapata, Zappa, Zappos, something about shoes. I am definitely not a Spanish speaking person. I took several years of Spanish in high school, but Zapata and Zappa, something about shoes. I don't know. But here's the thing: in 1862, Mexico was in the middle of a battle. They were in the middle of a battle with a European country who was maybe trying to take advantage of people being distracted by other things, or trying a world conquest. We're talking about France. France shows up to Mexico thinking, we're gonna get them. This will be quick. Yep, we'll just attack their smaller army and be done. But that smaller, unequipped Mexican force, led by Ignacio Zaragoza, great name, Ignacio Zaragoza, pulled off their upset victory. An underdog story, David and Goliath, pure Rocky Balboa energy, and that's historically accurate. They did win. They did win the battle. They eventually won the war too, but it was not as cut and dry. That was not the end all, a be all. But because of the significance of the battle, because of the significance of rising up against the great odd. Got it. Yes, Jerry, thank you. Mexican Revolutionary Zappa. Got it. Cool, thanks, Jerry. I appreciate it. See, I learned something. Yep. Yes, America does love an underdog. And in 1862, there was stuff going on up here in the states of north of Mexico. Yeah, little thing. We had a little infighting going on at that time. 1862. We're talking about the heart of the American Civil War going on. So America's fighting itself, and Napoleon III from France decides it's time to go get involved in North America, to get a little something from across the ocean. Mexico's standing there, and they're like, nope, not going to happen. The battle did not win the war. Absolutely not. But Puebla became something bigger, a symbol of resistance and a rallying point for people. Absolutely. Reminder that when the odds say no, you can still say, watch this. Hold my beer. I got this. Absolutely. That's what happened. It was a battle. It's a battle. Does anybody know that? What's a battle? That's a Simpsons reference. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to make it clear. It's not Mexican Independence Day. Part of Mexico's fight for independence, or at least to hold back what would be a yeah. Anyway, sometimes the words just escape my brain, and I know they're there. 7:30 is a little bit early for my brain to get going. That's part of what I'm doing here, is rattling things loose on Kindness Rising, coming in from a remote location today as we get up and get going about Cinco de Mayo. Anybody out there in our crew celebrate Cinco de Mayo? Do we have anybody who is Mexican? Do we have any impact other than Zapata and Zappa? Zappos? Something about the shoes. Yeah, St. Patrick's Day, Mexican Heritage Day. Yeah, these things, they lose their meaning over time, though. Right? They just seem to lose their meaning because we commercialize them, we Americanize them, we twist them into our own little world to make them work our code for our culture, for our system. So I think it is interesting, right? The Irish have St. Patrick's Day. The Mexicans have Cinco de Mayo. We are the melting pot, and that's fine. But remembering cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Pretty, yes, exactly. I got you. Cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis. Pretty fly for a white guy. Jerry Ginger, all right. Dropping offspring. That's an interesting. Never, ever, ever, Jerry, would I see you as an offspring guy. But all right. That's awesome. Why are there 2 5s, too? That is a good question. Why are there 2 Cincos? You know this. Yeah. Good one. All right. Well, I hope everybody's having a wonderful morning. I'm getting up and getting after it here on Kindness Rising, just like I do every you're just a sucker with low self-esteem. Is that it, Jerry? I got you, buddy. I got your back on that one. All right, let's do a spotlight. I'm missing my music. We haven't hit the drop yet today on the spotlight. Oh, this is very challenging coming from a place, just a change. I think it's working out. I hear you can hear me. You can see me. It's just not entirely with it. But we don't forget this. We're not going to forget this. Absolutely not. Here's our spotlight for today. With the drop, if today is about moving from assumption to understanding, then I want to do a spotlight an organization that's doing this right. Absolutely. A spotlight on an organization right here in the United States that is sorry, distracted. An organization that's doing the thing that's dedicated to sharing the richness, the depth, and the diversity of Mexican culture with audiences across the U.S. It's the Mexican Cultural Institute based in Washington, D.C. Washington, D.C., and they do it the right way through art, through music, through history, and through real stories. Not stereotypes. They host exhibits, performances, an educational program about traditional folk art and contemporary thinkers, Mexican artists. And what I love about their approach is this: they don't simply consolidate the culture down to a digestible bite to make it easier to consume. They don't shave off the edges and twist the story a little bit. Adam Holroyd, good morning, buddy. I am so glad you're here today on Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Drinko is what we used to call it when I was in my 20s, because I at the time was like, all right, where's the closest Mexican restaurant I can get a margarita and some nachos? Right? That was what was important then. Actually, it's great Cinco de Mayo celebrations when it was in DC, actually. For the years that I was there, Cinco de Mayo was a celebration. Of course, we were in our mid to late 20s. It involved enjoying the libations of Mexico. One of the worst food. We've got some funny stories about. Those were the days. Today we are going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate Cinco de Mayo at my house. And not only that, but it's a double whammy. As long as we'll swing the other way. I'm talking about cultural appropriation and appropriateness of our use of culture. Yeah, I'm gonna swing the other way, I guess. Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday and Cinco de Mayo on the same day. I love tacos. So we'll be doing Taco Tuesday later, but there won't be any Cinco de Drinko involved. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll have a Corona, but certainly not to the level that I used to. All right. Anyway, how did I get on drinking Corona from inviting people to experience true Mexican culture through the Mexican Culture Institute in Washington? They invite people to experience the culture, to learn with it, and to engage with it, which feels very kindness rising, frankly. Because curiosity is the first step towards respect. So today, if you got thinking a little differently about Cinco de Mayo, this is a great place to keep going. Thank you so much. All right, we looped around. We got a second drop in for Cinco de Mayo today. Absolutely. Has anybody been to Puebla? It's Puebla, not Pueblo. Once again, my inappropriate Puebla, Mexico, where the smaller Mexican army led by Ignacio Zaragoza. I like to say that. It's fun. Ignacio Zaragoza. Anyway, they withheld the French imperialists. That was the word I was looking for earlier, by the way. It's it. The Empire Strikes Back was yesterday. I wasn't thinking about the French imperialists today. Today, the reality. Curiosity is the first step towards tolerance and empathy. I like that, so I'm going to flash that one up there. And Jerry Ginger dropping in with Mi casa es su casa. Love it. It is very important. I agree. That is an important message. Mi casa es su casa. Absolutely. And actually, this little, I was thinking about that because I'm like, is that what it says behind me? Essentially, what it says behind me on this Viva Zapata's dogs up, gotta go, be kind. All right, yeah, absolutely. Get going, Viva Zapata. See you, Jerry. I'll be looking to see what those dogs are up to today later as you take your walk with the geese and the doggies. All right, check in with us. 25 years alcohol free? I didn't know that about you, Jerry. That's great. Good times now watching people degrade their awareness. No kidding. All right. Well, you took off, but I will absolutely appreciate you, Jerry, that you come in and hang out with us. Keep it up, my brother. All right. What else is going out there in the world? Oh, I was talking about this cross stitch over my shoulder. Someone in our audience today made this cross stitch that's behind me. Oh, the wind is really kicking up out there. And it says, be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels. I think that's a mi casa es su casa, if I have ever heard of one. Oh my gosh. It is coming down sideways out there all of a sudden. You hear it? Wowzer. Did not expect that this morning. Anyway, I am glad you are all here with us. Let's get some more music going today. It's been a while since we've had some extra music. I gotta be honest, I did not I tried. I actually tried. This is how I'm gonna put it. Not I tried. I had a busy day yesterday, and I actually tried to create some music in the style that would be appropriate for Cinco de Mayo mariachi music, or something that really is traditional sounding without being inappropriate or whatever. But being a cliche, right? I don't want to be cliche about things. I want to be appropriate. I want to be classy. classy about it. Oh, you like this one? This, Jess, yeah, I'm glad you like this song. This is the one I developed. It's supposed to be, we'll get to it. We'll let it keep going. This is our kindness compass anthem. The compass are takeaways for the day that I always like to try to develop. Trying to develop and write music that goes with each one of these segments. So when you hear a song, you know what's coming. That's how they do it, and the pros do it. That's what we are. We're pros. Figuring it out as we go, though. All right. Having a blast. Having a blast this morning on Mornings in the Lab Network, and I would be remiss. It would not be appropriate for me to forget to tell you guys, to remind you that we're starting a new show today! New show on the Mornings in the Lab Network. It's Thoughts and Coffee, starring Sarah Barnes Humphrey. I've been talking about it. It's our supply chain. We are turning supply chain on its head with our energy. We are getting people up and active in supply chain world with Sarah Barnes Humphrey. I hope you guys are going to check out Thoughts and Coffee on the Mornings in the Lab Network. I highly recommend it. There's an experienced podcaster, super knowledgeable, energetic, and powerfully focused. I think it's going to be entertaining too. I'll learn a thing or two about supply chain. Why not? Why wouldn't we want to know about it? It affects every single one of our lives. So why the hell wouldn't we want to know something about it? Sarah Barnes Humphrey, welcome. Welcome with Thoughts and Coffee to the Mornings in the Lab Network. We are so excited to have you. We are just getting started. Absolutely. Let's talk supply chain. Sarah Barnes Humphrey with the Thoughts and Coffee Show. Be on the lookout here on Mornings in the Lab Network. And that's what we're doing. We're growing constantly on Mornings in the Lab Network. More conversations with people who are interested in starting shows. We're interested in understand the power that we have right there at our hands. Power to go live, share our story, and rise above the noise of the day. That's what we do on Mornings in the Lab Network. Amazing supporting a network of really cool individuals, all with our own different little kind of spins on things and takes on things, experiences, expertise. We're all authentic, trustworthy, and entertaining, and that's why we are doing it here on Mornings in the Lab. Scratch my face. It's awesome. Sarah Barnes Humphrey's going to be joining myself with Keith and John Anderson and Brianna Bass, who's going to be on Mornings in the Lab this morning over there in the No Safe Words segment. All the guests that have been joining us. We're at a tipping point. It's the truth. You guys, Jess, Gary, you're gone, but I'll mention you anyway in case we can do it later. Mike Sullivan, Roseanne, of course, Keith, who we can go away. This team, this group of people, you're part of it, along with Melissa and Jimmy and Paul Reedner and Adam House at What's the Truck and the whole crew, John. We're building something pretty special here, and I'm so glad that you are all part of it here on Mornings in the Lab Network. Right, Jess? Love that. Yeah. Were you a hoarder, Jess? Were you a hoarder of toilet paper during the pandemic? It was definitely a thing, right? I mean, it's definitely... I'd say there's a thing going on right now related to supply chain too, in a different industry. A different industry that we're actually going to tease it here. We're considering conversations with some experts in this industry, because certainly what's going on there is hot. Right now, we're talking about the oil and gas industry. Guys like Mark LaCour out there leading the way and keeping us informed about what's going on in the oil and gas industry due to world changes and politics, all that. You're rural, so you buy bulk. Do you have TP subscription? I know people who have their paper towels or TP, all that stuff. on subscription. Amazon's just dropping it off, and occasionally it will back up, and all of a sudden they're like, why do I have 700 rolls of toilet paper? I get it. It's convenient if you actually use at the right rate. Otherwise, you've got to manage it. Costco, you're a Costco person. All right. Okay. Costco, Sam's, BJ's, all those club places buying in bulk. Thanks for sharing, Jess. Glad I understand that if I am ever in rural Kentucky, Kansas, I forget. I'm sorry, remind me again, Kansas? Anyway, if I'm ever where Jess is, I'm probably going to have a supply of toilet paper. Especially this. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do the compass. Since we've been listening to the compass theme for a while, Kentucky, thank you. I'm embarrassed. I knew that. I knew it. I will remember it, I promise. Jess, you've been so faithful and loyal coming out here, and I try to remember the details of people. But thanks for the reminder. Absolutely. Kentucky. All right. Okay, so let's do our quick kindness compass before we wind down and get over to Mornings in the Lab Network. Since we've been listening to the compass anthem, it's all about curiosity and respect today. Learning before we celebrate. A few minutes of understanding the history. That's what we did here. You're free now. Anyone who sat here and listened and understands it, now you can go drink your margaritas and eat your nachos with American cheese and whatever else you want to do. You now know that hopefully it will change the way you experience today. For the real Mexican-owned business, there's an opportunity. I don't know. Do you have anyone in your community where you are food, art, music, supporting the source, you're supporting the people behind the culture, not just the idea? That is a value that we have here on Kindness Rising. Absolutely. And last, I'm just going to say this. Get the costumes energy. Get the culture isn't something you put on for a day. It's something people live every day. So respect shows up in how we engage, not how we dress. Because at the end of the day, this isn't about doing less. It's about doing better. And we can certainly celebrate and honor cultures from all over the world, including Mexico here on Cinco de Mayo. But let's have a little more understanding and a little less together as we rise with kindness, get up and get after it today on Cinco de Mayo. Absolutely. It's been another day coming to you from the remote location. Stayed out with kindness. What's it called? It's just called Compass Theme. I have to come up with a better name for it, maybe. Compass Theme? It's pretty lame. I got the Spark, which is a real. You don't need to sit there and listen to me yak about it one time to figure out how to get it to stop. And fade. Learning the fade buttons, learning all the buttons, continuous adventure here on Kindness Rising and in the Mornings in the Lab Network. I am just grateful, absolutely. Por favor, please, thank you, gracias. All those things, absolutely. Thank you everyone for joining us here on Cinco de Mayo. We will be back. We'll be back on 6 de Mayo tomorrow. Absolutely, 7:30 a.m. Eastern. But remembering that Cinco de Mayo isn't about getting it perfect. It's about getting it closer to understanding, closer to respect, closer to a connection. Because in that same moment in history, one country was divided against itself. Remember, the American Civil War was going on, and another was standing up against outside pressure. Because in that same time, different outcomes, that division weakened through both of those. Unity, even imperfect unity, creates resilience. And when we take the time to understand someone else's story, we don't lose anything. We expand everything. That's it for today. Thanks for joining here on Kindness Rising. I am glad you got up and got after it with me today. Now get on over to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Come back tomorrow morning, 7:30 a.m. Check out Sarah Barnes Humphrey, the Thoughts and Coffee show at, I think it's 9 a.m. this morning. You can go out onto YouTube and search for Thoughts and Coffee. And then Brianna Bass is going to be there too today. And then tomorrow's Wednesday, the hot day on the Mornings in the Lab Network. I'll be here for sure, 7:30 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. Until then, stay uncommon and stay kind.